Hello viewers, welcome back. It's been a while, but I thought it would be nice to touch base and talk about some modifications done to my Suzuki V-Strom. So I've got a question to ask at the end. I'd appreciate if you could hang around and answer it for me or give me some pointers. So modifications done. Now let's straight off the bat, the bike is very cheap and cheerful. We're talking about technology from the noughties just into the early teens. I don't want to spend a load on this bike, but what I've done I think has improved it. Big thing on this bike is the air deflection isn't great and it can shake your head around, which is weird because when you stand back here and you see the top of that screen and the saddle height, you'd think, you know, how can that be a problem? But for whatever reason, the airflow over it just does a good job of shaking your head around, and it was, for me, it was borderline dangerous, especially since I've switched over to the more adventure style crash helmets. And since I put this navigation bar on, it necessitated the screen being lifted up to a high setting, and it was just at the wrong spot. Now, this cheap eBay wind deflector has literally solved the problem because it's got this range of adjustability and it got me sorted out. I could just mess around with it till it's just doing the right thing. I think I could tweak it up a little bit higher, but what's nice is you can tweak it for your individual situation and get it sorted. I think it's about £15. Just find the cheapest one you can. I think they're all out of the same factory. Navigation bar, I think that one was either eBay or AliExpress. I think they're universal between the 650 V-Strom and the 1000. Gives a great mounting point for the phone navigation system and keeps the navigation well above the clocks, so there's no interruption there. The phone mount is an AliExpress version of the Qualock. I've had absolutely no problems with this at all. It's done a great job. I went for the Qualock version of the phone holder because all you get with the AliExpress kit is like a self-adhesive sticker, and I didn't really trust that with the phone, and I wanted a protective case, so I did spend out for the Qualock case. I did have a problem with my Qualock case. I wasn't completely satisfied. I've got a Google Pixel 4a, and what I found is it was such a tight fit on the phone that it was compressing the buttons so much that when I turned the phone on and off, it would kind of enter a bit of a reset cycle on the phone and cause problems. I've actually ended up with a Google Pixel 5 case. It's virtually the same size, does a lot better job, just in case any of you have got that problem. Highly unlikely. It seems to have done really well, so that's great. One of these very cheap, simple USB charging systems. I think that's an Oxford Products one. It's pretty simple to do. All you've got to do is thread it round underneath your tank, get it on the battery terminals, job done. What we've also got up here with this little switch, that's the on-off switch for the auxiliary lights, which kind of seem obligatory on adventure bikes and a lot of bikes. Now again, AliExpress, we're only talking about 30 or 40 pounds for these, and you can get some really big lights, but I would put caution to that because my aim isn't to dazzle oncoming road users, it's just to be seen. What I quite like about these is there's a nice bright white LED light, but it's not really strong, it's not really offensive, and it contrasts against the slightly yellowy light that you get out of the standard headlights. And with my anecdotal experience on the road, I noticed that contrast much more than just lots of harsh light, which you just find off-putting and actually you don't concentrate. So that's a good combination. The only word of warning is because it's not wired into your main loom, probably if you're bright, I'm not particularly, you could go ahead and wire this in. So you've just got to remember to turn it on and off each time. If you don't turn it off, you're going to drain your battery. And if someone wants to play a practical joke on you, they can just press that button, leave it on and completely drain your battery. Coming around to the back, I've got a full set of luggage that I had when I bought the bike. The standard fitment, because this is the GT model, so it's got the panniers and top box. And the standard top box was kind of mounted back on the plate here, and it was quite back over the motorcycle. And when you used to put things in it, it used to just shake the living daylights out of anything that was in the back. So again, it's an AliExpress purchase. It's just a bag that goes on the back, and what I did is I put a piece of OSB in the bottom of this, which is the same shape, and just fixed it down in the two fixing positions, and it's been an absolute revelation. I really wouldn't want to go back to using the top box. It's been absolutely brilliant. I've put my crash helmet here so you can kind of see size wise. It's got a zip here that when you undo it, it'll lift up and it'll easily contain a full face crash helmet. There's so many little cubbies to hide things in. Now, it's not totally waterproof. I do get stuck in the rain now and again because I'm using the bike much more. But for the price you pay, it's really not a problem. This thing, yes, it is designed to take off, but because I've bolted it down, you can't really do that. But I don't care. It's at such a low price. Once this gets really gross, I'll probably just buy a new one. Or I'll buy a spare one, wash one, put another one on. It's so low price. And I would probably get rid of the top box and sell it and just keep that on the go. If I ever got into a bit of touring, yeah, I'm more than happy with that. I think it's a great purchase, not much. You can see with this tether, this will be on with another discussion. I've got an airbag vest, and discuss that at another time. Modification here, there's a bash plate underneath, which is an aftermarket one. To be quite honest, I don't know why I bought it. I think it was a moment of weakness. It's not added anything to the bike, and yeah, it was just one of those. You think, oh, I'll buy that. Adds nothing unless you're doing some off-roading, and even then, this is a big, heavy old bike if you want to be doing off-roading. But that's pretty much it. And as for other mods, I'm going to really try and keep it to an absolute minimum. Things to think about, if you haven't already done it, is this one has crash bars on it. I'm not sure if all the models do or whether this one came with it. I think it's a really nice touch to have the crash bars. I have unfortunately dropped it once, but thanks to those crash bars, no damage was really done. I did bend a lever and had to replace that one, and I bent the gear shift, and I just bought another one of those, or maybe I strained it out, I can't remember. But it really saved much more damage. It was car park incident. I just lost my footing on something, some gravel, and it went over. And that's pretty much it. The aftermarket exhausts are a nice touch. They were on it when I had the bike. I've got the standard baffles in, which keeps it legal. But I wouldn't go out spending the money on it. I think these bikes just represent great value, and that's what you want to concentrate on when you're modding it. Don't go spending a bunch of cash. Get out on the road and enjoy it. Get a good set of tyres that suit your need, and just have fun. Now, the question I've got for you at the end is, now I've been doing a lot more miles, I would like to try and shoot some more videos. Do any of you have recommendations for good, straightforward vlogging equipment? Something that's really easy to use, just something on the crash helmet, have a nice chat when I'm going along. I enjoy the motorsport aspects of motorcycles a lot. Got a real interest in it, and it'd be nice to just talk with people. So yeah, I don't expect a big YouTube channel out of it, but just having a chat with it, because ultimately bikes aren't as popular as they used to be, and even having a chat online with people you don't really know is better than just having a chat inside your own head. Okay, so I hope that's been helpful if you're planning any mods, and if you've got any mods you've made to your V-Strom that you find incredibly useful, stick them in the comments. I'm sure they'd be useful to me and other people. All right, see you soon. Bye.